I can turn a division problem into an unknown factor problem. Now, this is a little bit more complicated than it sounds, and we're going to go into depth as to what I mean here. 18 people are divided into pairs in PE class. How many pairs are there? So you start out with 18 people divided into pairs, that's 2. So 18 divided by 2 equals n. Well, what we want to do is just turn this problem into a multiplication problem now with factors. So you have unknown factors. So instead of saying 18 divided by 2 equals n, you can say 2 times n equals 18. What number times 2 is going to get you 18? Well, that number is 9. 9 times 2 is 18. So that means that there's 9 pairs of students. And that's where you kind of take the division, you swap it around to multiplication, and create your unknown factor problem. Multiplication and division are inverse operations. This means they do opposite things, and you can create fact families. So when we have inverse operations, you can basically swap them around and just change the order and the operation symbol and where the equal sign is positioned. And you'll see how to do that here. You have 18 divided by 2 equals 9. Your dividend is 18, your divisor is 2, and your quotient is 9. Well, you can just swap the divisor and the quotient, 9 and 2, in their positions, and now you have 18 divided by 9, and that's going to equal 2. It says if I have 18 something, I split it into 2 equal groups, I'll have 9. Or if I'll have 9 in each group. Or if I have 18 of something, I split it into 9 equal groups, I'll have 2 equal groups. They're both in a fact family. Then how you go to multiplication. Your dividend becomes your product. And then your other two numbers, the divisor and the quotient, are the factors. And remember, in multiplication, your factors, the order doesn't matter, so you actually have 2 multiplication sentences. 2 times 9 equals 18, and 9 times 2 equals 18. Here are your 2 factors, and there's your product. You can also create a fact family triangle, where you have 18 at the top, and then you have 2 and 9 in the bottom. You can either multiply or divide. So you know 9 times 2 is 18. 18 divided by 9 is 2. You can multiply or divide any way, and you just know that you're always going to get the other numbers. Be careful with 18, because that always has to be the product or the dividend. Let's go back to the learning target of turn a division problem into the unknown factor. So we have 15 divided by 3. Well, we can change that to 3 times some number, question mark, equals 15. And then we set up our fact family triangle. 15 divided by 3 equals question mark. 3 times question mark equals 15. And basically that's just what we have to figure out. So what we can do is take 15, split it into rows of 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we now know that 5 is going to equal our question mark. And then I can go and just look at my fact family and see that all makes sense. So we have 15 divided by 3, that equals 5. Okay. And 15 divided by 5 equals 3. That's right. Because if I look at this the other way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you have 5 in each column, and then you have 3 columns. And then we can do the multiplication. 3 times 5. 3 times 5 equals 15, and then just switch it. 5 times 3 equals 15. So there's 4 members to each fact family, and we can use those to help switch around division problems and multiplication problems to help find missing numbers or missing factors. Another important thing as we think about these types of problems is that the equal sign means the same as when we're discussing them. 32 divided by square equals 4. What I know, there are 4 groups of some number is the same as 32. So 4 groups of whatever square is, some number, is the same as 32. That means 4 times some number is the same as 32. So what times 4? That's my missing factor. What times 4 equals 32? I know that 4 groups of 8 is 32, so 4 times 8 equals 32. So the unknown number is 8, and that means square equals 8. And then here's the fact family that would relate to it. You have 32 at the top of your triangle, 4 and 8 on the bottom, and you're going to multiply or divide. 8 times 4, 4 times 8, 32 divided by 4, and 32 divided by 8. And all those are illustrated over here. I just want to point out that I wrote these division sentences in a little different order, just so you get used to seeing them, because once in a while these might sneak up on you. 4 equals 32 divided by 8. 32 divided by 8 equals 4 is the way we normally say it. But in this case, we just put the quotient on this side, and then your dividend, and your divisor. And then 32 divided by 4, 32 divided by 4 equals 8. Same thing, just wrote it here. I can turn a division problem into an unknown factor problem. So in this case, we have the division problem, 18 divided by triangle equals 6. And we just want to turn that into an unknown factor problem, solve for triangle. So you're going to find what triangle is. And then also I want you to write the fact family, all 4 number sentences, 2 multiplication, 2 division. And then make a fact family triangle just like I showed you in the other slides.